What's up, guys? Welcome back to DXB Crypto. I'm normally bullish, but I have to speak today because I have to be honest here. This is possibly one of the most hated cycles we've ever seen. And maybe because the market has way more bigger players now, the institutional money starting to flex its muscles. But what we're seeing here right now at this stage of the post-halving, is it normal or is it unique? Now, in terms of these corrections, it's always unique. I mean, it's always, unique at the moment where you live in it. But going back, if you go back to the history, you would see the market felt exactly the same with regards to sentiment. And I can point in case was November 2020, when the market moved, Bitcoin moved around 20%. The altcoins absolutely got decimated. So what can we do in terms of looking at the good news that translates into negative news for crypto? Most of us play in the micro cap game. So if you're looking at, for example, if you're looking at mid caps and large caps, if you look at the top 100 today, the average pullback here is 15%, right? Now, some coins obviously are coping better, but overall, this is an absolute annihilation of any gains you've made, especially if you haven't entered the market in 2023. So majority of my positions are extremely underwater. Some of the good, the projects that I'm up on, like Kaspa, pepe, that goes back all the way to 2023. But most of the altcoins this time round, the exception of the likes of Sui, are in incredibly precarious situation. Axeli is another one that's holding up because the entry was decent. But are we going to continue, or are we going to do a quick recovery? Now, this week, the weekly obviously candle hasn't closed, and we've just started a new monthly candle. So there's way to go, and I do believe the market does obviously what the opposite of what everyone else is thinking. But I thought this is a great post, okay? What's troubling BTC? 67% drop over the last few days, enduring low holiday liquidity, 20 yearly profit, rebalancing. So there's multiple different things. Negative jobs data, repricing of a lower rate cut. This is the major one, right? This is the one that's concerning people. If the economy and the job market's doing well, so they say, which I don't believe, by the way, where are we talking about government, public sector jobs, or are we talking about private sector jobs? So what is troubling your psychology? Over allocation into high beta alts, compared to BTC. Yes, that is why we're in the game. Lack of risk management, profit taking. This is also very true. This is the hard truth. Every time we pump, people feel like it's going to Valhalla. Now, in terms of it's a tricky game to play psychologically speaking, but in the parabolic phase, it changes because every 100% gains, you could be pulling out money, but when you're barely scraping the barrel, it's difficult. You become euphoric, and that's a very, very difficult thing to change. I always recommend 10% maybe off the top if you feel like your coin's oversold. Now, saturation with few sectors token, because obviously, admittedly, AI is the only interesting thing that's happening in crypto right now. Well, even AI is suffering today. 2024 trading fatigue, widespread reluctance to lock back in after existential questioning during the quiet holiday relaxation, a weird psychological cocktail mix of, bird flu and other things that's going around. I mean, there's a lot of friends and family that are really sick in the UK right now. Times are not easy. And of course, widespread belief we are in the final innings of the current cycle, which is going to be self-subjected to make it quickly. And this is what I see as the most detrimental thing. If we believe that a traditional money cycle supplier, even though obviously we have to take money off the table, like we believe in March, April, way before May, sell in May, go away type of thing. we're going to have to manage our psychology and this idea of constantly feeling down. Because I think ultimately, if you're going to make money in this space, one of the hardest things to do is to work a 9 to 5 job and then see 30%, 40% of, if you put in $1,000 and you're down, I don't know, $500, you're not going to feel good. And there's no easy way of doing this. Now, is this current move currently over? It's hard to say at the moment. We do have various different support for Bitcoin at various different levels. I do believe, overall looking at where we could go, I still do believe that a V-shaped recovery this week was always going to be bad. I think the overall sentiment for me is that it's more important to learn lessons and to exercise some type of, I would say not patience, but just understand, because that's annoying. When you're down in these numbers, of course you're not going to be patient. It feels like a daylight robbery. But I can tell you right now, those of you who just look away for a bit will understand that this is going to be the greatest wealth generation. Regardless, it is a well game. It is a game where everybody is killing the small guy, but the small guy is getting smarter all the time. And I think a shakeout, this is one of the deepest corrections of this run so far. So, no easy ways. I'm very bullish. I'm normally bullish. The pain may still continue, but I do expect some kind of a reversal. And at the end of the month, we've got, obviously throughout the whole month, we've got tons of economical data. At the end of the month, I think we should be in a much better position. So again, let's wipe out this week. Next week, it will all change. I do believe that we will have some type of a correction. But what's really concerning me long term is the state of the job market, the economy. Is Trump being set up to inherit relatively good economy where therefore it's much more difficult? But guys, if you zoom out, you will know this is a pro-crypto administration. And I think overall, regardless of what the Fed proposed, whether it's 5%, nobody knows, 5 basis, but nobody knows what's going to happen. But listen, stick around. Make sure you focus on yourself a little bit, because this is a very, very dirty game, and becoming financially free is not easy at all. I'm taking every single step within the group to try and make people feel better, but you don't need to make, we were there in August, right? The carry trade from Japan, and that situation may return as well, because the Bank of Japan is meeting at the end of the month. But regardless of anything, you will have an opportunity to at least witness a month of nothing but green dildo candles, guys. Smash a like, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care, guys.